Hello there everyone, my name is Antonio Mr. Bellissimo. I'm a spiritual scientist and also care about healthy eating habits. So today I'm going to share you some information about taking care of yourself physically through eating and drinking. Basically, the human body is no different than a car. You take care of your car, you take it to the mechanic, you check it out and do things, but the human body usually suffers because we're such a rush all the time. We grab food and just throw it in our mouth and drink things that are not good for us. My idea of a healthy eating habits are, first of all, you gotta have a positive attitude about what you eat. Main thing is try to eat as healthy as possible. Buy organic foods when you can. But if you don't worry, don't eat it thinking it's gonna hurt you, because then it's gonna hurt you. You gotta think positive when you eat it. And another thing I recommend is that instead of going to the fast food places to buy food quick, you can go home and make your own food quick. Because I do it all the time. I cook for myself, breakfast, lunch, and dinner 80 to 90% of the time, because I want to know what I'm eating. And I recommend you do too. And if you like, I have videos that show you how to cook for yourself, which are very self-explanatory, very easy to follow, and they're on Facebook and also on YouTube. It's good for all. It's got a lot of cooking videos. And on Facebook is fast and easy meals that you can make. They're good for you, and they're quick to make, and they don't cost you a fortune, because today's expensive to go out to eat. This way you know what you're eating. Another thing is about drinking. Now, I recommend that you drink a lot of water. Water, not water bottles that says fixed and modified and all this other junk. They charge you a lot of money for water that don't mean nothing. Water comes out of the faucet with a filter, and I checked it with my measuring things, and it's perfect the way it is. So you want to stick close to nature as possible. Stay away from all those bottled water, smart water, and this other water that don't make any sense. They just waste the time. They go right through you, and you keep drinking it and wasting a lot of money. One thing, be staying healthy is you do not want to eat before you go to bed. Like if you're gonna eat before you go to bed, it's gonna be at least an hour and a half before, because when you eat and then you go to bed, the food is gonna come up into your throat. You're gonna get acid reflux, and that's not good for you. Your body's supposed to rest when you're sleeping, so the heart and the blood is supposed to rest and not digest the food. Another thing I recommend, do not drink ice cold drinks when you're eating, because ice cold drinks will solidify the fat that you eat from the hamburgers in your stomach, and then it's going to be harder to digest. Another thing I suggest, not to eat too much red meat, because red meat is very hard to digest. It stays in your system in 3 to 4 days at least. So you want to eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of green stuff. If you're going to eat meat, then I recommend you eat like a nice salad with usually romaine lettuce. It's got a lot of fiber, a lot of water. It helps you digest faster. Also, try to eat somehow balanced meals where you have, greens and the other foods go with it. And another thing that I'm Italian, so in Italy, one thing everybody does that American people don't do, after a meal, they always have a piece of fruit of some kind. Because fruit has got its own live enzyme, so it goes in, you eat it, and it helps to digest the system. Plus, fruit is a very natural way to get a lot of nutrients. And when you buy fruit, make sure you try and buy the freshest fruit there is. Don't buy fruit out of season. And another thing about eating seasonal is very important. Eating seasonal is good for you, because the fruits that are grown and vegetable seasonal are much fresher than the ones they sell at the market that they pick 2 or 3 months before and put them in this vacuum containers, and then pretty much when you eat it, they're already waste, nothing. They don't taste like anything. So I'd say stick to the fruits that are available in the spring, the fruits that are available in the summer or winter. There's different types of things you can eat throughout the season. They're seasonal, and your body knows what is seasonal. Like my body knows when because I grew up in a very primitive place, and we ate everything that grew from the ground, and we didn't have markets to buy things. Everything was fresh. So I really understand what eating fresh is about. I know a lot of people think that this fruit you buy at the market is ripe. Most of the time it's not, but people don't know what it tastes like, so they think it's okay. So basically, when it's fresher, grapes right now are in season. You should be buying grapes. Things are in season. That's what I'm and try to stay away, I guess, this stuff that's not in season. Tomatoes, one thing about tomatoes is you have to watch out with tomatoes. I would not eat them out of season. Or citrus. Citrus food can cause a lot of rashes if you eat at the wrong time. You should not be drinking orange juice on a daily basis. It's not good for you. Orange juice causes heat in the body, causes rashes, and even cranberry juice, all that stuff. And as far as juicing itself, well, you know what? Once in a while it's okay, but these teeth were made to chew. So when you juice, you cut in the whole digestive system. You change it, you alter it, because the digestive system starts in the mouth with the saliva getting into the foods. You chew in it. And another thing about chewing, normally the best thing you could do is chew the food at least 28 times before you eat it. 28 times. If you check it, you'll see 28 times is best, because otherwise you're not breaking it down enough to give the enzymes a chance to make it easy for them to absorb the nutrients they need and for the digestive system to work properly. Okay, I have a garden in my house. I always have a garden. I love gardening. So I would suggest, if you have some yard space, that you start a garden. Okay, it doesn't take that much water if you make the hole, put a sprinkler in it, so you're watering only there, not the whole yard. So basically, you can have a garden and grow all your like parsley, basil, thyme, all the condiments you can grow. In the winter time, you can go broccoli, cauliflowers, all kinds of stuff. In the summertime, you can go tomatoes, zucchinis, and all that. One plant of zucchini will give you enough zucchinis for a long time. So it's nothing better than to go out into the garden and pick something and then cook it. And it's so easy. You can even eat zucchini rows. You can eat raw food from the garden. I got all kinds of stuff growing in my garden, and I usually love to use it. When I cook, I always use fresh stuff from my garden if I got it. And I recommend that you do too. It's very meditational. It's healthy for you. You're out there working, you're pulling the weeds, you're doing your thing, and you watch. It's beautiful. You go out there and you watch the stuff grow. It's amazing. So it's not that easy to garden. Instead of playing with your damn cell phone, go work in the garden. It's much better for you. Also, before you eat, sit down and maybe relax a little bit and take a breath in, and then bless your food with your energy. Like bless it so you make it. My thing is to bless this food with the energy and the nutrients that I need to keep my body perfectly working order, every cell. So remember, every cell needs nourishment, and you gotta give it a good one. Okay, stay away from too much alcohol, too many drugs, too much of everything is no good for you. Eat good stuff, fresh, be happy, fun, play, do exercise, and forget about the past. It's gone and dead, and you'll be a happy person, and life is beautiful, worth living. God bless you. Eat well. Antonio Mystic saying ciao. Fast and easy meals, it's good for all. Got a lot of answers.